The Soldier's Demon 170, a Dodge Challenger that started a revolution between the customers, dealers, and even Dodge themselves. This Demon 170 gave YouTube influencers like TK's Garage, OC Motivator, and myself the power to fight on everyone's behalf to start to make things right between customer and corporation. But now the car that started it all has gone through the Mecum auction and will probably never see it again. But what if I told you that the Soldier's Demon 170 was the second lowest selling Demon 170 in 2024? Now, if you guys want to outfit your Challenger, Charger, Mustang, Camaro, or even pickup trucks, my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and DragRacingWheels.com have you covered. From wheels to exhaust systems to tonneau covers, my friends have some of the lowest prices you will find on the internet. And with my promo code BUTTER, you'll get up to 15% off on your next order. So go check out my friends at Just Bolt-Ons and DragRacingWheels.com, where the best prices online have just got a little bit better. The Soldier Demon 170, I just want to clear this up from the beginning because some people were getting confused about what this car is when I was live streaming at the event. So this car is not the car that Dodge gifted an allocation to the Soldier. The Soldier will take delivery of his new 2023 Dodge Challenger Demon 170 jailbreak from Jay Leno pretty soon. This Demon 170 is the car that the Mac Haik Flowood store sold for underneath the Soldier around Christmas of last year. Now, long story short, with his car, a friend of mine had tagged me in the post where the Soldier found out that his car was gone. Now, I basically spent part of my Christmas researching and then made a video calling for Dodge to act upon this crazy nonsense that was happening. So basically within a day of me making my video and Dodge saw it, or really Goldberg saw it according to some of the articles where he seen the video and contacted Dodge. But basically within a day of me calling for Dodge to act, a day later, Dodge acted by stripping the 20 Days of Horsepower contest one single day. At that particular time, no one knew what was going to happen with this original car, because at that particular time, the customer who had bought this car still had the Demon 170 in his possession, and no one knew at this time whether or not he would get the car back to the dealership. Now, this car was purchased, like I said, by another customer. It was taken out of Mississippi where the dealership was located, and it was driven before coming back to the dealership. So technically, in everyone's eyes, this car is used, because if you go and look at the actual stats on this car, it'll tell you that it has 54 miles in there. So everyone who has a Demon 170 knows that you're going to be somewhere between 8 and maybe 15, 20 miles on your car, not 54. So technically it is a used car. Now, the dealership did ultimately unwind the deal, and Ultimate Soldier decided to take Dodge up on an offer, because who wouldn't do so, considering everything that came out that Jay Leno gonna do the delivery, Dodge gonna give him an allocation, and Dodge gonna custom paint his car whatever color. I mean, you'd be almost a fool to turn down Dodge on their offer and take this particular car, which, like I said, it kind of lost its appeal being a used car now because someone else bought it. I don't care about the whole technicality where they were like, oh, well, no one titled it yet. That does not matter. Someone still took this car out of state. Someone still drove this car, and nothing against the customer who actually drove the car. But I'm pretty sure if he had the same situation where someone took one of his cars, drove it like 20, 30, 40 miles, and then brought it back to the dealership, and dealership tried to sell it back to him, tell him it was new, he wouldn't like it either. Then you add on the fact that the GM of that Flowood store, he was still trying to charge a markup on a car that had been driven out of state by another, well, not driven out of state, but taken out of state, driven for like 20, 30 miles, or maybe 40 miles by another customer, and then brought back and still want to charge a markup on that car. And this car has such a nationwide controversy surrounding it, and he still wanted to do that. So you can see why no one really came to an agreement on the price of this car, and you see why that GM was subsequently fired not too long after this nonsense. Word around the campfire is he lied to Dodge's face, and he lied to his own company's face. The CEO of Mac Haik, he personally flew, and I think the GM of the Houston store, I think both of them was there too, because He lied to the GM's face of the Mac Haik store, the one that I called out in the second video. He lied to his face too. And I think both the CEO and him both went to that dealership pissed off that they literally made both of them look like fools. That one guy did. And they basically walked him out and said, deuces, you're out. So right around after that happened, the car was basically in limbo. You know, everyone was still trying to figure out exactly what to do with this car. I mean, that's mainly a story between the soldier and Mac Haik on exactly what all happened behind the scenes. But I mean, like I said, who would pass up Dodge on their offer for all the stuff that happened? Get a custom painted car and, you know, take delivery from Jay Leno. Who would pass that up for this car? Now, right around that same time, it was suggested to me by Dodge and the soldier that I should try to get this car because of the significance of it. Because at this particular time, this was like the one car that caused Dodge to actually do something against a dealer. It's not every day you see Dodge publicly strip a contest to award someone a car. I mean, we can go all the way back to 2015 when the first Hellcats came out. You never seen one single time in an article where it says that Dodge stripped a dealership of an allocation. Now, this car was not stripped from Mac Haik in particular, but it was stripped from the contest that was awarding dealerships. And it's widely known that literally almost every single dealership did something shady on the sales of these Demon 170s. But it was suggested by Dodge and the soldier that at one particular time that I try to acquire this car, and I wanted to do so. I'm not the biggest fan of F8 green, but with the significance of this car, this was, like I said, the first time that Dodge has acted against a dealer that anyone can really remember. Maybe in the background, but never something this public. And so I tried to acquire this car, but you know, Mac Haik corporate, they didn't want to listen. I think we tried to get them to give us the car so we can auction off a charity, because we felt as though if we did it, the car would bring a lot more money than what it would if they sent it to auction. And we'll never know, but I'm gonna show you in a few minutes that this car was like one of the worst selling Demon 170s maybe ever. Now, if I go back and you go look and see these prices, you can see how the Soldier Demon 170 sold for $167,750, and it was by far the lowest one at Mecum. There was 5 Demons there, and it's the only one that sold that badly. You see the next closest one is like $192,500, but this number right here is actually inflated. This $167,750, that's just the buyer's fees added to it. Because I have a video right here where you can see that it literally sold for like $152,500.
With proceeds to benefit the following three charities equally: Special Forces Association, Chapter 79, Fifth Squad, and Jared Allen's Home for Wounded Warriors. No reserve. Let's raise it's no reserve. Give 155. 155,000. You want to bid? Last time call. 152.5. 155. 155. 152.5. 155. Never know what you only bid once. 152.5. 155,000. You want it? 152.5. You want to bid? 152.5. You want to give 155,000. So $152,500.
So it just, like I said, that is a very, very bad number. Because I remember this car right here. It came like maybe 2 cars after the Soldier Demon 170, and I think it sold for like 175, somewhere around there. I know it's in the 170s because I remember looking between these 2 cars. I was like, man, that car there was like $20,000 more than this one right here, and there's literally 2 cars behind it. And that one came before it. That one came after it. That one I think was before it. So you can see that it wasn't necessarily like, you know, that was the last car there. That was like one of the first ones that ran across the block, and it still did poorly compared to everybody else. I mean, if you look at Mecum's other auction at what was this, Glendale, just a month before, They had one there, it went for $225. All these other cars are right there in the ballpark of how much they're going for at auction, except for the Soldier Demon 170. And then here we go, if you go look at Barrett Jackson, that was in January. I mean, you had this car right here, 220, Goldberg's car. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know why they split it up like that. He sold both his VIN match cars. And they went for like, what, $450K total, I believe. So even when they do that right there, like that's 275, 198 for that one. That's 242 for that one. So you can see that compared to other listings, that is pretty bad. That's one of the worst ones I've seen online. And if you go over here to Bring a Trailer, the only other car I see that sold for less than the Soldier's car is this one right here. Now Bring a Trailer, do I have it up right here somewhere? On Bring a Trailer, if you look at the price, the buyers pay a 5% fee on top of the final sale price to Bring a Trailer, with a minimum of $250 and it's capped at $7,500. So if you take that math right there, this car right here with a max of $7,500, I think it's like 149K. So this right here on literally the exact same day was the worst selling Demon 170 selling at auction, like 149. And then the Soldier Demon 170, that is the second worst selling Demon 170 that we've seen at like 152,500. So it was not a very good auction for those two cars. But congratulations to the seller. I mean, not the seller, but the buyer of this car. You really got a great bargain, and you basically got a piece of Mopar history, because this car is going to be, to me, remembered for being the car that started a trend of us going after dealers for doing shady tactics to customers. And I left a little love letter in the car for the new owner, for him to contact me, because I would love to get this car and the Soldier's new car together for at least a photo to show where the Soldier started at and where everything ended at. And there at the auction, me, TK, and the Soldier, we all really met for the first time. Also, one of the customers that I helped out from the Arago situation that me and TK covered, he was there. Sonny from the Demon 170 Verified Owners Group, he was there. So it's nice meeting everybody for the first time. So you can see right there goes me, TK, the Soldier. And I gotta say, I am horrified at how bad I look like on someone else's camera. So I want to make sure that my fat self, I'm probably like maybe 60, 70 pounds overweight, I'm going to get skinnier, because I do not like the way I look on someone else's camera. Me being here in dark, wearing black, kind of hides how big I am. But you know, when you're a dad and you got a little full fire that you're constantly taking care of and stuff, you kind of let yourself go. But Butter ain't going out like that. So Butter will be getting thinner. I guarantee you that one. I'm not gonna be looking like that. Because especially TK caught me in that one video. Where that one video at? I look terrible. Come on. Come on. Load. Load. Let me do a refresh. There we go. Look at that. Look at all that belly right there, man. No, I can't go out like that, player. I gotta get cleaned up. This right here is like not the belly, but that all that facial hair and stuff right there. That's 3 months of me trying to get money to buy my Demon 170 that I'll talk about in another video. But that's it for this video. That's basically the conclusion of the Soldier's Demon 170. Hopefully we will see this car again. Hopefully the owner, he sees my love letter in the glove box for VIN 1965 FA green. That is the car that started it all. So I would love for that owner, if he's watching this video or somebody knows the owner of this 1965 car VIN number, please have him contact me. My email address is butterthegreat@gmail.com. I put it right here, butterthegreat@gmail.com, because I would love to get this car and the Soldier's car together for a fitting photo and a fitting end to this whole story. But this is not the end of the saga, because we are still going to be tackling dealerships. We're still going to be going hard against them. We're still going to be fighting the wrong for customers on behalf of customers. I may not be the chief donut maker, but I will be the chief brotherhood caretaker. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this is a fitting end to the Soldier's Demon 170? I wish Mac Haik, that group, would actually match the money that went to charity, right? I wish they would put some skin in the game, but hey, That's up to them. That is up to them. But let me know what you guys think. And until the next time, I'm out.
It's kind of ironic, really, that a brand that's known for making so much smoke is taking transparency so seriously to make sure everyone is taken care of. Now, if that wasn't enough, and you're really paying attention, and you're really quick with the math, that 7th car right there under the wraps, that car is destined for SEMA this year, and it is destined for the history books. Thank you.